kiki with these niggas. Know the squad, baby, I don't be with these niggas. Same boys really since back.
What is up, my D9s? It's your boy Jordan Knight coming at you, back at it again with another cartoon video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join the fam. Your support means the world to me. And big shout out to everybody who loves my new music mix. I see how it's gaining attraction, and I've gotten even more music on the way. So please stay tuned and please be on the lookout for that. But enough chit chat. Let's dive into this. Now, today we're going to be talking about a show that I personally love, and I will always have it dear to my heart. It's one of the type of shows where I will have I'll have a reference tattooed on my body. That's how great I love this show. The show is called Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Now, if you're not familiar, Star vs. the Forces of Evil is an animated TV show created by Darren Nefsey, which aired from 2015 to 2019 on Disney XD, and later on Disney Channel. It's a fun, adventurous show with a mix of comedy and action and heartfelt moments. The plot follows a quirky, energetic princess from another dimension called Muni. The girl is named Star Butterfly, and on her 14th birthday, she's given her family heirloom, a magic wand, which is a incredibly powerful tool, and it's a little unstable in her hands. Star is sent to Earth to learn how to control her magic and ends up living with a human boy named Marco Diaz, who became her best friend and partner in adventures. Together, they face off against all sorts of villains and crazy situations while traveling between Earth and Muni and other dimensions. Alright, I think we should start off with one of the main characters, which is basically the name is the title of the whole entire show. We're going to talk about Star Butterfly. Star Butterfly, she's a lovable, rebellious princess who loves battling monsters and making friends along the way. It could cause a bit of chaos. We can also talk about Marco Diaz, who is a cautious, karate-loving teenager who keeps Star grounded and eventually gets caught up in the wilderness of her life. Now, I really like this show. The theme of it is that the show deals with themes like, friendship, identity, responsibility, and growing up. Like, it really starts lighthearted, but it dives into serious and emotional storylines as it progresses. And especially as Star learns more about her family past and complex relationships between unities and monsters. And also what I really like about it is the art style and how vibrant and colorful it is, and the humor is quirky, but often is random, and it both appeals to kids and teens. Now, people would be telling me, why should I watch a show like this? Well, basically, it's perfect. It's action-packed. It has adventures. Like, come on. It has relatable characters. It has a dash of romance. That is some serious drama going on. Marco and Star, you'll definitely love the show. On top of that, and what makes it more is that as the series progresses, it involves why simple monster fighting it leads into a much of a deeper story between the identity and the legacy, and it blurs out the good and evil. That's why I feel like you should watch it, and it is notable on some development that stands out over it. Later in the seasons, you'll notice how much Star has grown, and she's matured significantly, and she starts to be a carefree princess, but by the end, she becomes a strong leader who takes responsibility for her own actions and decisions. Now, and Marco also gets development. He grows to discovering his own strengths and learns to embrace his adventures while exploring that he has feelings for Star. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but basically that's what happens. And what you're going to see also is Muni, which is Star's home planet, and how much it grows, and the show how it grows into the history of Star's royal family and the role they've played in the oppression of monsters. Like, the backstory, it just adds on layers to the narrative and challenges Star to rethink what she's been taught. And also the relationship and drama, I'm gonna leave that out, but y'all can go ahead and just watch for yourselves and tell me otherwise if you don't like it. But what I also like is the villains with depth and the magic in action. Now, the villains with depth To be honest with you, I'm not gonna show a lot of images because I'm trying to get copyright and this and that. But I'm just gonna explain to you, like, the villains are not just only one dimensional. There's one villain named Ludo, who is the comical antagonist, and he ends up having a personal journey on his own. And then another person who will join in within, I believe, season 2. It's been a while since I've seen it, but Toffee. On the other hand, he is much of a dark and manipulative villain whose motive is to tie Muni and its impact justices. Basically, it has a good... So it's like, think of the last video I made about Steven Universe, but it's a Rose Quartz type of showing. That's the best way I can put it. And the magic in the action, it's really just beautiful. Like, the magic in the show isn't just for fun. It also plays a critical role in shaping the story of Stars One because of the stuff she creates and the secrets and the magic realm are central to this series conflicts. And the action, oh my god, it's like the action sequences are creative and exciting, and it often blends with Star's unique spells. Like, she has one called Gnarl Blast that works with Marco's martial arts skills as well. Now, the finale, it is a good finale. You guys are going to want another season on top of that because it ends bittersweet and it leaves the fans talking about it for a very long time with themes and implications. Now, it's worth watching because if you love shows like Adventure Time, Gravity Falls, or Owl House, you will love this show. I'm just telling you guys now, it's a recommended show from me, and it also has a world building and the lore because Star Wars Forces of Evil is one of the best standouts and aspects because of its rich world building, and the show explores numerous dimensions and each with its own culture, unique and creatures. And here's why you should dive deep into the lore, to be honest. Like, firstly, the multiverse. Like, Earth is where Star lives in, right? But like, it's so lighthearted. You know, it takes early episodes where she's getting used to Earth. It portrays throughout Marco's everyday high school life. Like, he's also the important character, and he plays a critical role in it. Like, let's not forget that, which is hilarious. It is hilariously contrasts with Star's magical chaos. Number 2 about the multiverse, Muni. Star's home dimension is really a magical kingdom, which is ruled by a royal family, and it's also a mix of fairy tale charm and political intrigue, especially as the story begins to tackle the strained relationships and between humans and monsters. Another reason, the last reason for the multiverse is because of the other dimensions. The shows take viewers to a variety of bizarre and imaginative places. And like the Bounce Lounge, you're gonna see the Void, Saint Olga's Reform School for Wayward Princesses. I'm not gonna show all these images because it's gonna take so long to edit, so I'm telling you this now so y'all can watch this. Okay. Another thing I like about it, the magic system. Stars Wand is, if you guys watch the show, you know that Stars Wand is powered by magic that's passed down through generations of queens. But the series reveals that this is a magic that comes with the cost. Now, another reason why I love the magic system, to be honest with you, the Book of Spells. Now, if you don't know what the Book of Spells is, the Book of Spells plays a huge key role. I'll say it one more time because I feel like I don't want to repeat myself. I'm not going to show images in this, but the Book of Spells really does play a role in holding the knowledge of the past queens, including Star's mother, who was named Butterfly, and one of her mysterious ancestors who ended up being alive, named Eclipsa, aka the Queen of Darkness. And it's just amazing. And then continuing on, there's like a glossary, but it's not a glossary. His name's it's a guy in the book. His name's Glosric. I'm not gonna say much about Glosric, but all I know is that he's a strange, wise, somewhat unhelpful guy, because I say somewhat because sometimes she helps Star unlock the wand's secrets and teaches her that magic isn't always black and white. Now, one thing that we will say is just that. Now, one thing I will say about the monster and human conflict It is a major theme in this show that you're gonna realize, and I would say this kind of tackles resemblance to a little bit of racism. That's just my opinion, but it's the inequality between humans, which is the kingdom ruling class, and monsters who are marginalized and oppressed. Star is a curious girl, and she loves to start questioning you know what? She starts questioning the conflict that works between the peace and between the two groups. The series stereotypes also shows that monsters are not always inherently evil, and some human are actually they're very, 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 very far from heroic. Now, here's one thing you will see. I'm just gonna name you off the most memorable side characters that you guys are gonna see. I'm not going to show you guys anything. I'm not no spoiler, so I'm going to tell you guys who you are going to see. I'm not going to throw up images for this one. Reason being is because, two reasons. One, because it's too long to edit, and two, I ain't no spoiler. So you get Ponyhead, which is going to be Star's dramatic and fiercely loyal unicorn bestie who is always there to hype her up. Tom Lucitor, who is Star's ex-boyfriend, but she is a demon prince, and he has to end development, and he undergoes he kind of develops a way to chill out and like learns to control his anger, even though he's more than just a fiery temper. And you get Kelly, a chill and supportive friend, who later on in the seasons, who also provides comic relief and has been dealing with a struggle and a situationship, and has an on and off relationship with Tad. Also, Eclipsa. Now, Eclipsa, I ain't gonna hold you. She low-key a little bad, but that's just my opinion. Eclipsa, she is a former Queen of Mutiny who did get kicked out because she ran away with a monster. Now that's one. Now another thing I'm going to talk about is the whole entire key themes of this show. The growth and responsibility between Marco and Star as them growing as individuals. They learn to balance their impulsiveness and caution, respect and respectivity, yeah. And the challenging of traditions, because Star doesn't blindly follow her family traditions, and she's willing to break the rules because she believes what is right. That's one of the reasons why I love the show, because she believes whatever it is, it will be right. And unity and understanding in the show, because this show empathizes the importance of empathy and breaking down barriers in different groups. And now the end game is beautiful. That's my opinion, because I think the end game, personally, it's like the end game, the show's final arc. The arc ties together all the storylines that include Star's mission to fix the broken system of magic and wants to bring peace to Mutiny. And the stakes are raised and relationships are tested, and the ending makes a bold statement about sacrificing change. While the finale does spark a bit of mixed reaction from the fans, including myself, it's a fitting conclusion, and it's a fitting conclusion to a show that isn't afraid to take risk. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm probably gonna show these to my kids, even if I do have kids when I'm older, because I got like a few more years until I'm a grown man, and see what happens. But another reason that people always ask, why is it a cult favorite? The reason why it's a cult favorite is because fans love Star for the unique humor, action, and heart, like I've said, and also the series offers lighthearted and deep emotions. You get the mix of two, and appealing to audiences of all ages, and it has relatable characters, the themes, and unpredictable twists. And if you haven't watched it yet, it's totally worth checking it out. It has vibrant energy. Now, another thing I love about it is the fan reception and the legacy. Star vs. Forces of Evil has cemented itself as a beloved show among fans for its charm, creativity, the willingness to address complex topics. Now here's one thing. Here's some examples I'm going to say. That's the last thing. That's going to be the favorite moments. Number one, Star and Marco's relationship, their adventures and banter and heartfelt moments from the emotional core of the series. Fans especially adore their moments like the moonball where their fates mysteriously linked. The iconic spells that you're gonna hear Rainbow Fist Punch, Narwhal Blast, and Mega Narwhal Explosion. They're not only funny, but they're gonna be memorable. Eclipse's storyline is make Eclipse such a breakout of a character with fans that draw into her mysterious backstory and her rebellious nature and her complex mortalities. And then you got the representation. The show, in my opinion, has earned praise for breaking traditional norms and include diverse characters, including Tom's mental health arc, because later on in the series you're going to see that Tom works hard to manage his anger issues and offering an honest and refreshing portrayal of personal growth and relationships too. Like, I love how the representations that the show will embrace, no matter any type of relationship that includes LGBTQ and between other characters you're going to see. Now, the criticism and mixed reactions, while the show is loved by many, there is some criticism that I will say it's alright, it's fair, and I can see two sides of it. One is that people, if you seen the show from start to finish and how it ended, people will say that season 4 was moved too quickly because it left some storylines unresolved and underdeveloped. Now, I understand that. I understand that as well. That is totally understandable. And also the ending of the debate. The series finale is when Star does something with magic, and it does. And while it is appreciated to its boldness, others wish for more of a conclusive and extended epilogue. I totally agree with that. I'm not gonna hold you on that. Now, the lasting impact on this animation, to be honest with you, like Star versus the Force of Evil has joined a rank to groundbreaking shows like Gravity Falls and Adventure Time. It has joined, in my opinion, I feel like it's the big three. It's Gravity Falls, Adventure Time, and Star Wars Force of Evil. I personally call them, they're my big three. And they are redefined animation storytelling that blending comedy and deeper serialized narratives. The creator Darren Nefsey, who made Star Wars Force of Evil, became one of the few women to spearhead a major animated series, paving the way for future creators like Dana Terrace and Rebecca Sugar. Both made Our House and Steven Universe. Now, the merchandise and fandom, let me tell you, I haven't even bought anything yet, and I'm going to at one point because the show's so inspired by this fan base. It has so much countless fan art, cosplay, and online theories. And you know what? Actually, the official Book of Spells is actually in merch. Actually, I'm not gonna pull it up, but it's in merch. And even after the show ended, the fandom actually continues to discuss potential spin-offs or revisiting the key themes and episodes. Now, there's reasons you should watch it today in 2025. If you haven't, I feel like 1, it's fun, 2, rich storytelling, and 3, it's binge-worthy episodes. Whenever you're in for humor and heartfelt moments in epic battles, Star Wars Force of Evil is that show. It's that show that leaves an impression and a final credit roll. So you better grab some nachos and get ready for a wild magical ride in the multiverse. Now, I think we should talk about the hopes for the spin-off and more. Like, people have brought up the spin-offs like Eclipsa and her husband Globgor, who is a monster, Reign, because they ended up running up the Queen. You know, I'm not gonna say that, but people want to do the history of Muni and Star and Marco's new life on Earth, Marco's dimensional. Everyone deserves some things. Now unanswered and questions have some loose ends, like the future of Muni and what happened to Glossaric, because you're going to see in Marco and Star's journey as a relationship. Now, the fan creations continue to this day about the series and how many artists and how many fan art and comic people want to do these what if scenarios, and that's what I love. And the fan fiction and just the cosplay that you see at conventions. I went to Comic-Con 2 years ago, 2023. Not that it was great. I saw some people in cosplay. I was like, oh my god. That's such a blast from the past. And the series legacy, Star Wars Force of Evil, it may have ended, but it left a permanent mark in my heart and on animation, inspiring new waves of reminding fans and of power, embracing individuality, and questioning the tradition that just has so much meaningful and change. If a revival or a movie or a spinoff ever happens, it would be undoubtedly so much love because of the magical series, and fans can rewatch and theorize what can happen. Like, come on. And on top of that, it's just so... I'm saying on top of that so much, I don't even care, but it's fun. And then what also I love about the show personally is the emotional core of the series. As at its heart, Star Wars: Force of Evil is not just about magic and interdimensional chaos. It's a story about relationships and growth and finding where you truly belong. Like let's explore the elements that the show resonate and why with fans on such a deep level, like the themes of self-discovery that they have, family and legacy, Star and Marco's dynamics, and just friendship and acceptance. It's just so much beautifulness within, and then the timeless messages you get. Everything is beautiful in this show. So that's going to be, you know what, that's why, and this is why, how much I love Star Wars: Force of Evil. Now, this is how I'm going to end it. Next video, you might get a new, I will probably drop new music tonight or today or tomorrow, depending on how I feel, because I got a lot of stuff going on, because I got school and stuff, so I'm focused. And the reason why you guys are getting videos from me now, it's only because I'm choosing to get my videos done on the weekends, and then get everything else done on weekdays. Homework weekdays, everything else weekends. All my videos weekends. I stay for the focus, and my goal is to at least try to hit at least 9 or 10K by the end of this year. We're only at 6.8K, and I appreciate it for everyone who's watching my videos. And I just want to make sure that I love you guys. I love everyone who watches my series, who watches everything about my whole, just who watches everything. And I really enjoy you guys. I enjoy having people around to watch what I need to say. And I'm just I was getting a little personal for a minute, just to be honest. And everything else is just so yeah, back to what I was saying. If you watch Star Wars: Force of Evil, if you think you want to watch it, trust me, hear from me, you're going to want to watch it. Trust me. That's going to be it for today. Also, I found out that 99% of y'all aren't subscribed, but y'all watch my videos. So do me a favor, try to hit the subscribe button, and make sure to try to link up and join the family. And without further ado, make sure to stab that like button. Until next time, my name is Dreaded Knight. Stay medieval, my friends.
Many niggas, the blood is already